The financial and banking systems are now in place. Financial transfers are not for just internet transfers, but they're also for international institutions. Read it twice if not 3 times. Believe me? Wow, this is big. This may very well be some form of an announcement like we've never seen before. We might be doing some white knuckling this weekend. I don't know that we've seen information like that coming from the country of Iraq and the United States of America. I don't think anybody's ever seen this. Sudani calling Barzani the leader of a crime family in Kurdistan, saying Kurds are playing dangerous games. Frank, it is sad that the evil politician of Kurdistan are playing this game. There will always be cockroach in every government nook and cranny. This is their last attempt to stop his monetary and economic reforms. The other thing is, the contract rate is a real thing, and, no, we don't have to be under a contract to get the contract rate on a dinar. There is a contract rate. I'm not supposed to say what it is, so I won't, but I can tell you, it's way better than the front rates and the bank screen rate. It's way higher, and it's because President Trump wants to get the best we can possibly get on the dinar. And that's what the 800 numbers will give you access to through the call centers, and we'll end up getting transferred directly to that redemption center that corresponds closest to the zip code that we enter when we're calling the call center through the number. We're not going to be using banks. Some of the redemption centers are next to banks, connected to banks. Some are wealth management offices. Some are completely different. It has designed this way so that those who use the redemption centers would get the best rates, especially on dinar and quite possibly also on dong and some of the other currencies. There has been a comment that was put out that said that Bruce doesn't know what he's talking about when it comes to contracts or redemption centers. Well, let me tell you why I know what I know. We have the leaders that we talk to personally at 5 different redemption centers, so we're getting the straight scoop from redemption center leaders, and it's tightened up because they're under brand new NDAS. When I tell you that there are over 6,000 redemption centers in the United States, you can take it as fact they're very real, and they're happening, and that's what we're going to be using. Just because you see all the evidence that the monetary reform is already here, it doesn't mean that it has to be given to them right now. If you have 95% of the skeleton, that's a lot of information. You can tell if it's a man or a woman, how high they're going to be. You can tell a lot. That's why you can tell a lot about the monetary reform right now, because it's 95% completed. What's the 5%? That's what they're doing right now. There's a flash drive that was sent out for 5 institutions, 3 banks and 2 redemption centers in one case, and those were installed on laptops, and they're using laptops in the redemption centers and the bank. It's a release activation mechanism. Like a release activation code key, they are designed to receive a signal in some form of protocol, let's call it timeline activated, through the Starlink satellite system, so it would be wirelessly activated through Starlink to activate with the codes that are installed to begin what it is we're waiting for. 2 resources, last night, 2 more today, are saying that we will start this weekend. Informed sources rule out submitting final accounts of the 2024 budget to Parliament. This is one of those confusing articles I was talking about. They have already done 3 readings on the 2024 budget and we are waiting for it to be in the Gazette, or they could publish a special Gazette, which is something they sometimes do. We hope the HCL will be in tomorrow's Gazette. But mixed reports coming out of Iraq. Some say it passed, some say it hasn't. I have a lady friend who is a trauma surgeon in Iraq that is employed by the WHO and works as an adjunct with the military. I just spoke with her and she told me there are no lower denomination notes being used. I asked her to ask around the hospital about lower denomination notes. She emailed me back and said she spoke with the admin, and they said there are no lower denomination notes. Prime Minister Mohammed Shia al-Sudani issued several directives today, Saturday, on the occasion of the Great Victory Day over ISIS gangs. A statement from Al-Sudani's office received by Al-Maluma agency stated that the directives included the following: directing the ministries of education in Baghdad, the governorates, and the Kurdistan region, especially in the liberated areas, to make Thursday, December 12, 2024, the central celebration day for students in schools and universities, and to allocate the first hour to raising the Iraqi flag and giving speeches in celebration of the Great Victory Day and the liberation of the governorates from the terrorist ISIS gangs. Directing the security forces in all governorates to work on carrying out popular events and decorations to celebrate the 7th anniversary of the Great Victory Day in all sectors, governorates, districts and sub-districts for the period from December 8, 2024 to December 12, 2024. Directing ministries and security agencies to hold events on the 7th anniversary of the Great Victory over the terrorist organization ISIS after the central celebration. Directing unions, associations and civil society organizations to celebrate the 7th anniversary of the Great Victory Day over the terrorist organization ISIS for the period from December 8, 2024 to December 12, 2024. Directing the necessity of completing all the dues of the families of martyrs and the wounded, as it is a basic principle of the ministerial program of the Iraqi government. Directing the Baghdad municipality and municipal directorates to open parks to celebrate the Great Victory Day. Directive to suspend official working hours on Tuesday, December 10, 2024, in all ministries and government institutions, in celebration of Victory Day. Launching a competition for an artistic statue that embodies the Great Victory Day in Iraq. Publishing flyers and a major advertising campaign to commemorate this great event. MP Ahmed al-Musawi revealed, on Friday, some of the secrets of the theft of the century in Diyala. Al-Musawi said in an interview with Al-Maluma, "The theft of the century in Diyala is one of the important files whose details must be revealed to the public and the identity of those involved must be revealed, especially since the amount of money reaches 40 billion dinars." He added, "It is naive to say that employees in simple positions were involved in this crime without support, empowerment and facilitation from influential figures who have power and control in order to steal this huge sum of money." He pointed out that we are following the case and hope that it will be resolved in all its dimensions, that all those involved will be arrested, and that the money that belongs to several groups will be recovered. It is noteworthy that the theft of the century in Diyala was revealed last April by the acting governor of Diyala at the time, and some of those involved were arrested. Political observer Sabak al-Akili considered, on Saturday, the visit of the head of the Progress Party, Mohammed al-Halbasi, at this time, as raising many question marks and he must be questioned, indicating that al-Halbasi seeks to be present in the political process after Parliament excluded him. Al-Akili said in a statement to Al-Maluma agency, al-Halbasi's visit to Washington in these circumstances, that the region is going through has many suspicions.